Aloha and welcome, everyone. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, it's becoming more and more important to be well informed about the scientific issues surrounding this disease. One such issue is the COVID-19 vaccination. In this presentation, we're going to talk about what vaccinations are, and we'll take a closer look at the process for getting a COVID-19 vaccination. Know and go. The ABCs of COVID-19 vaccines. This presentation is split into two parts, the ABCs of vaccines and the COVID-19 vaccination journey. Let's start with the basics and discuss the ABCs of vaccines. The A stands for awareness. The B stands for benefits, and the C stands for concerns. Awareness. What should we know about vaccines? To help us understand what vaccines are, it's a good idea to learn a little bit about how the body fights illness. When germs invade the body, they attack body cells and multiply. This attack is called an infection, and it causes disease. The body's immune system uses many tools to fight off the infection, and it can take some time to overcome the infection. One important tool our body uses is called an antibody. An antibody is a blood protein that is created during an infection to recognize and fight off the invading germ. Once the infection has been defeated, our immune system remembers what it learned about fighting that infection and stores the antibodies that you created, so that the next time you encounter that same disease-causing germ, you can respond faster. Our bodies are set up with an immune response to fight off germs like a superhero. It's almost like a stranger danger alarm in your body. When your cells recognize a germ in your body that can be harmful, they send out an alert so that your immune system can work to destroy the germ before it can cause disease. Making antibodies is an important part of this immune response. Now we can ask the question, what is a vaccination? A vaccination is usually an injection given to someone to protect them against a specific disease. A vaccination works by pretending to be a natural infection to trick your body into triggering an immune response. That way, your body learns how to fight a disease without having to get a real infection first. People may get a vaccination to protect them against many different diseases, such as the flu, chickenpox, and more recently, COVID-19. It's normal for some people to get side effects after a vaccination. Side effects mean that your body is having an immune response and is building up your immunity to the disease that the vaccination is meant for. Immunity is the ability of the body to resist an infection using antibodies. Vaccines are not new, but there is a new type of vaccine that is being used. This new type is called an mRNA vaccine. With an mRNA vaccine, instructions are injected into the body to trigger an immune response to teach your body how to fight off a specific disease. The Pfizer and the Moderna COVID-19 vaccines are examples of mRNA vaccines. They work well and are considered to be very safe. Speaking of the COVID-19 vaccinations, everyone 12 years of age and older are now able to get a COVID-19 vaccination. Let's talk about the benefits of vaccinations. Why are vaccinations important and why should we care about them? In our world today, the COVID-19 vaccination has become an important tool we can use to protect ourselves and our loved ones from COVID-19. Vaccinations help our body learn to fight diseases before we get sick with them. They are also an important tool for society because they can help build immunity in a population against a disease by preventing the disease from passing from person to person. Getting a COVID-19 vaccination also allows us to travel more safely and without as many restrictions. Now we'll address some common concerns that some people may have with getting a COVID-19 vaccination. The two common concerns that many people may have is that they have heard the COVID-19 vaccinations are not safe, and they have heard there are many side effects. Some people don't think the COVID-19 vaccinations are safe. It's important to remember that all the COVID-19 vaccinations were tested in clinical trials that involved tens of thousands of people to make sure that it met strict safety standards. No serious safety concerns were found in the trials, so they were approved for emergency use in the United States. The CDC and the FDA are also constantly monitoring the vaccine for any type of safety concern. Another concern is on the side effects from the vaccination. Remember, some people may have some minor side effects after a vaccine, which is a normal part of the vaccination process. This is just a sign that your body is building immunity. More on this later. This brings us to the end of part 1. Now you're aware of what vaccines are. Now you know their benefits. And now we have addressed a few concerns. In the second half of our presentation, we will look at the COVID-19 vaccination journey and what you should expect at a COVID-19 vaccination appointment. There are a few steps involved with getting a COVID-19 vaccination. Let's take a closer look at each step. Step 1. Talk to your PCP or primary care physician about getting the vaccination. You can schedule an appointment with your PCP, or you can schedule online at healthhawaii.gov. Step 2. Arrange travel to and from the vaccination site. There are several things to consider when figuring out your transportation. You must make sure that your appointment is scheduled before setting up your ride, and you also need to wear a mask to and from the appointment. Some companies offer free rides to people for the vaccination appointment, like Uber and Lyft. You can also take regular transportation, such as the bus. Before going into your appointment, make sure to eat a good meal and drink plenty of water. Step 3. Go into your appointment and get your shot. There are several things you can expect when you go in for your vaccination appointment. You will be asked to complete a screening form that asks you about your personal information. You should also bring a photo ID and your health insurance card if you have one. Then, a clinician will administer your vaccination in your upper arm. Step 4. After you get your shot, you will be asked to wait on site for an observation period. This is to make sure that you don't have any allergic reactions to the shot. Most people are asked to wait just 15 minutes, but if you have underlying medical conditions, you may be asked to wait longer. Step 5. Schedule your appointment for your next dose. This step only applies if your vaccination needs 2 doses. The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines need 2 doses. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine needs 1 dose. Step 6. Travel home and rest if you can. You may develop some temporary side effects, including muscle pain, redness, and swelling at the injection site. A few other common side effects include fatigue, headache, muscle pain, chills, fever, and nausea. Not everyone will develop side effects. Some helpful tips after you get your shot. Drink lots of water. Also, speak with your doctor about taking over-the-counter medicine if needed. To help with possible pain at the injection site, you should also try to exercise your arm. If you get the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, you'll get the most protection with the second shot. You will repeat your steps in the journey at your second appointment. The Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines require 2 doses of the vaccine. The first shot helps the immune system recognize the virus, and the second shot strengthens the immune response. You need to get both shots to get the best protection. The vaccine is only around 50% effective after the first shot and increases to about 95% effective a week or 2 after the second shot. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine only requires 1 dose. It's important to schedule your second dose on the correct date. The Pfizer vaccination doses should be 3 weeks apart. So if you got your first dose on the 1st of the month, your second dose should be on the 22nd of the month. The Moderna vaccination doses should be 4 weeks apart. So if you got your first dose on the 1st of the month, your second dose should be on the 29th of the month. When are you fully vaccinated? Well, your body needs some time to build up protection and create those antibodies that we talked about earlier after getting the vaccine. Therefore, to be considered fully vaccinated, your body needs at least 2 weeks after the last dose in the series to build protective immunity. For the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, that means 2 weeks after your second dose. For the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, that means 2 weeks after your dose. This brings us to the end of our presentation on vaccinations and the COVID-19 vaccination journey. Here are a few websites we use when preparing this presentation. We encourage you to visit these sites for more information. This presentation was put together by a research team from Hawaii Pacific University with the help of students and a faculty advisor. We'd like to thank our home institution of Hawaii Pacific University for conducting this project and Pfizer for sponsoring it. Whether you were already vaccinated before watching this or unsure about getting vaccinated, thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. We hope you have learned something useful that you can share with your community or to help you make a decision about getting a vaccination. Stay safe and take care.